Hey everyone, welcome back to Farm Girl in Progress. I am Nadine, and today my husband is going to be helping me with some garden type stuff. A couple days ago we picked up all of the supplies that I needed to build all of my garden beds this year. So since he is off today, he's going to be my Superman yet again and help me cut down some of the supplies so that I can start building throughout the week. So my original plan for my garden beds was to do cedar, but cedar is like $30 a board up here in Pennsylvania. And then I decided to try hickory and nobody had hickory, and then I decided to try white oak and nobody had white oak. So wood became a bit of a supply problem. So I decided to look at galvanized steel instead. And I found out that it would be a whole heck of a lot cheaper to make my gardens out of steel roofing panels and a few 4x4s instead of entirely out of wood. So that is what I'm going to be doing for my garden beds. And today my husband is going to help me cut down those roofing panels to the appropriate size. So let's go ahead and walk you over to the garage. It's raining today, so my camera footage for the day is probably going to be limited to the garage so my phone doesn't get all wet. But let's head over to the garage and I'll see you guys over there. Here are the galvanized steel roofing panels that we're going to be using. They are roughly 2 feet wide by 8 feet long. We want the 8 foot for most of the garden panels, but what we want to do is cut these directly in half so that I have a 1 foot deep bed. So 3 of these 2 foot by 8 foot panels will give me 3 4 foot by 8 foot by 1 foot deep garden beds. And my husband's just going to use, I believe he called this an angle grinder, to cut them with these 4.5 inch metal cutoff wheels for the grinder. And then he just has it set up on some 4x4s, and I think he's going to try to cut them all at once to make it super simple. So we're going to measure that out and then hopefully cut it all at once. So we just finished up cutting the roofing panels. We had to switch tools. Ours burned up, so we had to go steal my brother-in-law's real quick. But let me show you the finished cut panels, and then we're going to work on cutting some of the rebar that I'm going to be using as side supports for the panels. So here they are, all cut down to 1 foot in length or width. And then I'll figure out how many I need to cut down to 4-foot sizes, and then we'll cut them this way. Alright, so now we're going to cut these 9 panels in half to make 4-foot by 1 foot sections for the ends of the 4-foot by 8-foot garden boxes. So we're just going to measure it out, mark it, cut it, and then we'll be good to go. So all of our metal panels are cut and ready. So now we're going to cut all of the rebar. The rebar is to support the sides of the garden boxes. Because the roofing panels are so thin, the weight of the dirt is going to bend them outwards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put rebar on the outside of the garden beds up against the roofing panels, and that's going to give it support so the dirt doesn't bow it outwards. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut down these 8-foot pieces of rebar into 2-foot sections. So 1 foot's going to be under the ground and the other foot is going to be above the ground, holding the boxes in together. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. Alright, so that pretty much wraps up what we're going to be doing for today. I have to get ready for work, so my husband's awesome. He's such a good sport in helping me get all of these projects of mine finished. So yeah, that wraps up today. Thank you so much for watching, and remember to grow where you're planted.